AITA for expecting my date to cover the cleaning cost of a dress he ruined? 27F. I'm in a bit of a dilemma and could really use some advice. I've been seeing this guy for a couple months, and we decided to go to a nice high-end restaurant for a date. Initially I was going to wear a nice dark blue dress that I like to wear out. But he asked me to wear a different white dress that I had shown him once as it matched his outfit. I've never had a guy ask me this. The white dress in question was a gift from my late grandmother and was quite expensive. So I was reluctant but agreed and just asked that we didn't go anywhere after where I might spill something on it or otherwise mess it up. He mentioned clubbing after dinner, which is why I said that I didn't want to risk messing the dress up. And he said we could just go to dinner and I could change out of it before doing anything else. Great. However, the evening took a turn for the worse when he accidentally spilled his red wine all over my dress. He had gotten an unexpected call, and when he tried to quickly mute his ringer, his elbow hit his glass and it spilled all in the lap area of my dress before I could react. It was completely drenched and stained. He was apologetic at the time, and I tried to be cool about it, but inside, I was devastated, especially since I had mentioned specifically how I wanted to be careful wearing it. Later, I mentioned to him that the dress was very expensive and asked if he'd be willing to help with the cost of cleaning or replacing it. To get it professionally cleaned and the stain removed would cost $100, which I asked him to pay half of. To my surprise, he got quite defensive. He argued that it was an accident and that I was being unreasonable for expecting him to pay for something like that, and that it was my fault for wearing it out knowing that it could have happened. I feel like it's a matter of principle. Yes, it was an accident, but the dress is ruined, and it was extremely sentimental to me, not to mention a valuable dress. He thinks I'm being materialistic and making a big deal out of nothing. Now, I'm not sure how to feel about his reaction. AITA for expecting him to cover the cost? NTA. It was an accident, but the moral, ethical thing to do is offer to have your dressed professionally clean. The fact that he didn't offer and even chastised you for bringing it up, and gaslighting you by making you feel like it's your fault, is a red flag. NTA. And honestly, the circumstances surrounding the wearing of the dress are not even relevant. You spill something on someone, you pick up the cleaning cost. It doesn't matter if it's an accident. That's just how things work. Basic decency. NTA. Normally I would agree that accidents happen, but he specifically requested you wear that dress even though 60 you plan to wear something else. And you made it clear how important it was to be careful with the dress. If you had chosen to wear it on your own, honestly that would be on you. But you didn't. You acquiesced, reluctantly, to his specific request, and then he did exactly what you were worried about. It's reasonable to ask him to help pay to get it cleaned. Also, I don't think you're a good match if he gets that upset at what seems a fair request. NTA. He doesn't owe you half. He owes you the whole thing. You could say it was an accident, but in reality it was his negligence in hitting the glass with his elbow. You'll never see the $100, but you'll also never see him again. So it works out. NTA. He's not even willing to pay $50 for his own mistake and to make op happy. And $50 was the bare minimum. He should have covered the whole bill. He argued that it was an accident and that I was being unreasonable for expecting him to pay for something like that, and that it was my fault for wearing it out knowing that it could have happened. He did this on purpose. 100% he's straight up blaming you for wearing it, knowing that this could happen. He specifically pushed you to wear it. This dude is straight up gaslighting and trying to manipulate you. I would run. I'm sorry about the dress. NTA, and I can't imagine in my wildest dreams of being in his shoes and not falling over myself to fix this. This guy is doing the exact opposite. That's a red flag. I would bail on that alone. Myself. Was it really dark where you guys were? NTA. He asked you to wear and then told you that you shouldn't have worn it? Run. NTA, especially since he asked you to wear the dress. In our early dating, my partner of now 10 years accidentally spilled coffee on a silk shirt I was wearing. I didn't even have to ask about dry cleaning. He took it for me. This is the same energy everyone deserves. First, I was leaning toward YTA for making the decision to wear the dress when you knew what it was worth to you. But then I realized it was his mistake only, and how he threw a fit over even being asked to pay half of the bill. No, you are definitely NTA. He is not a keeper. Methinks. NTA for expecting him to help with the cost of cleaning the dress. However, now that you have seen his reaction, you will be ta if you ever see him again. He has shown his true colors. His refusal to take responsibility for his mistakes will only get worse. Edit. I missed the part where he blamed you for wearing the dress that he insisted that you wear. That takes him from irresponsible right up to abusive. I hope the dress can be saved, but there's no saving him. This wasn't an accident. Even if you'd like to assume best case scenario and say that it was. He's capable of pressuring you. Lacks empathy. Doesn't take responsibility. Doesn't care if your feelings remain hurt. And is choosing conflict in favor of being stingy. Honestly, this sounds like it was a test. But out of pure curiosity, does he ever have any other accidents where something of yours is ruined or breaks or you get bumped into? NTA, unless you stay with him. This guy is not the one. NTA. He should be covering the entire cost also. He's gaslighting you with the "you should have known better" comment. NTA, if it were me, I'd offer to pay for the whole thing. Whether we were dating or not. It's the polite thing to do. If he were worth keeping, he'd be enthusiastically paying you for the cleaning. NTA. NTA, but listen very carefully to what he is telling you and look carefully at what he did. He asked you to wear a particular item of clothing. Even after you expressed concern something would happen to it. As you predicted, something happened to it. The thing that happened to it was his fault. Entirely. Perhaps he's a butterfingered klutz all the time. Doesn't matter. He spilled his drink. He took no responsibility for the consequences of his actions. He blamed you for wearing the dress he specifically asked you to wear. Not only does he not care about your dress, but he doesn't seem to care about you at all. This guy is not your person. He's awful. Don't contact him again. For any reason at all. There's nothing good here. I can't even imagine a guy asking a woman to wear a specific dress because it matched his outfit. Seriously, what man's outfit matches a white dress so specifically? This is some weird power move. Fetish and op needs to see the $100 as a low price for getting out. Before it gets weirder. NTA. He should have been offering to pay to have it cleaned. The one at fault in any accident should pay. In this case, I suggest you pay and count it the best money ever spent as he becomes history. Pretty much I think he pays 100% or just shush him to go away. You were way too gracious to offer half. Would he think if it had spilt on someone at a table close by that he wouldn't be responsible? White, blue, green, whatever, it's a stain. No idea if dry cleaning only. Or what water temperature is needed. But I have had good results with soaking clothing stained with zote. In a big bucket. According to the clothing of how hot or not the water. Mustard and red wine came out. At the restaurant I think white wine might have been needed to dab at the stain. Zote comes in a bar and comes in flakes. Flakes are easier to use near washing powder. If you wash it at home prior, then soaking it won't hurt. Maybe even put some liquid washing detergent on the stain. Zote is used as a whitening and brightening. High-end restaurant, and he doesn't want to pay to have a dress clean that he stained. What? Him doing it on purpose, he would have felt obligated? Update later about the dress and him. NTA sue many red flags. Run now while you can and make the AITA pay the full price for your dress to be fixed. NTA. He told you what to wear. Seriously? I kind of doubt it was an accidental spill. Especially since you also told him you didn't want to go do his first choice activity because you were afraid this would happen. You're not wrong to ask. Hell, he was wrong to not offer, considering the circumstances. But I'd eat the $100 cost and be glad you dodged this bullet at this point.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.